Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Huncho, back at you again with another video. And so we've got a couple of stories coming out of London that are quite as shocking as each other, to be honest, and I thought I'd share these stories with you guys. So the first one is coming out of West London, and in the early hours of the 2nd of March 2021, that would have been yesterday morning, Metropolitan Police officers made an arrest as part of an operation by the Metropolitan Police's Specialist Crime Command and Specialist Firearms Command. When they made their arrest on 19-year-old David Longhaw, he was in possession of 2 Skopion Machine Guns and 40 rounds of ammunition. Yes, that's right, the 2 Skopion Machine Guns, for anyone wondering, were in fact real. He was arrested on suspicion of possessing a firearm with intent to endanger life, and today would go on to be charged for those offences. Detective Chief Superintendent Craig Turner said the machine guns and ammunition seized could have undoubtedly led to the loss of life had they not been recovered in this operation. Tackling violent crime remains our absolute priority, and operations like this are crucial in removing lethal weapons from the streets and restricting the ability of those intent on causing violence. This is one of our main focuses as we approach coming out of lockdown, and we will be relentless in our activity. Anyone who believes that they can walk the streets of London with horrific weapons in their possession should think again. We will continue to make London a hostile place for gangs to operate in and carry firearms. So for anyone who isn't familiar with a Skopion machine gun, they are Czech-made military-grade machine guns that are capable of firing 850 rounds per minute and have a firing range of up to 150 meters, so you can see how dangerous these firearms really are. Now, I will leave a video linked down in the description where we went over the NTA and how over the past couple of years they actually seized around 550 illegal firearms that are capable of actually holding live ammunition, and I took you on a journey of how they could have potentially got into the UK, again because some people don't realise that in the UK, believe it or not, there is actually a lot of military grade firearms. Normally it's organised crime groups who can get their hands on them, but sometimes we do see a lot of street gangs having live ammunition firearms. Again, I will leave that video linked down in the description. It's a really good watch, so if you don't know how firearms get into the UK from Europe and other places, then you should definitely go and give that one a watch. But moving on to our next story, and this one actually happened around a week or so ago now, and recently there's been an appeal by the family to help out with the police's investigation. But before we get into that appeal, I'm going to take you through this story. So at around 6:15 p.m. on the 23rd of February 2021, police had been called to Henry Road on the Myatts Field Estate in Brixton. The Myatts Field Estate, for anyone wondering, is home to UK drill rap group 410. When the emergency services arrived, they found a 16-year-old boy suffering from stab injuries, and as it stands right now, he remains in hospital in critical condition. From what we know from the timeline of events, it's believed that the victim, named James, was trying out his mum's new bike just for a minute or so, and he was stabbed in a random attack. As he laid critically injured on the road, he FaceTimed his mum, telling her he'd been stabbed and begged for her help. As it stands right now, no arrests have been made, but police are wanting to speak to the driver of a white van which was seen in the area at the time of the incident. The police say they may have witnessed the stabbing. An appeal was put out yesterday by James's family, including his mother, and this is what they had to say.
It had just turned 6 p.m. In Brixton, a mother waited at her front door.
My son James literally left the house and he said, "Mum, just watch me." He went on a bike just to test drive it because he knew I was going to ride it. We was planning to go away and go bike riding. I stood on the doorstep just waiting to expect him to see him come round the other side of the road. Instead, I had a FaceTime from him with him on the floor, like telling me, "Mum, I've been stabbed." I literally just ran frantically out the house trying to locate him to see exactly like where he was, because I know he only left me for literally 2 minutes. And I see my son laying on the floor, like literally crying in fear himself, obviously pain, hurt, just everything. It was just a nightmare, absolute nightmare.
Every day for 7 days, James's family have been at his side in hospital. They juggle their fears over his condition with the ongoing investigation. The police need witnesses, in particular the driver of a white van who might have seen what happened.
You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't function, you just can't function.
They tell me that James loves volunteering. These happy details occasionally breaking through their shock and sadness.
Government have to do something about this. It's really getting out of hand. And I don't know, I'm so hurt to see this happen to my son everywhere I go. He's always there with me, and he's such a grafter and a good little boy. And it's hurt me to see the position we're in right now.
Someone knows something. Come forward, please. That's all we ask.
Across this city, there are so many who know what it means to kneel on cold concrete, confronting the unimaginable.
To see my son lying in the bed in the condition that he's in is heartbreaking. And for you people out there that have done this, really think long and hard about your next move that you're about to take, because it's going to affect a hell of a lot of people.
So if I do get any updates from this situation, as always, I'll keep you guys updated on this one. And I do want to send my condolences over to James's family. And I am hoping, like we all are, that he can pull through this situation. But let me know what you guys think of this down in the comment section below. Give the video a little like. And if you want the latest drill, street and music news out of the UK, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's been your boy Huncho, and I'm out.